Okay, but so the next thing that we are going to study is the types of limited companies. There are two types of limited companies. One is called private limited company and the second one is called public limited company. Let's talk about the private limited company. Private limited company is the limited company it's also a limited company. It means it has all three characteristics that we identified. Is the limited company that cannot sell its shares publicly. When we say publicly, it means not in stock exchange. Now, what is stock exchange? Stock exchange is a market where buying and selling of shares or stocks takes place. Because private limited companies are not listed in stock exchange, not registered in stock exchange. They are also called medium-sized businesses, and sometimes they are called family-owned businesses too. Sometimes we refer private limited companies as family-owned businesses. So this is the detail of private limited company. Private limited company is limited company, but that is not listed in stock exchange. And what is stock exchange? Stock exchange is a market where buying and selling of shares will take place. This is a company, we call it private limited company. Let's talk about the advantages of private limited company. First of all, the shareholders have limited liability. This is the advantage we'll study in the public limited too. Shareholders have limited liability. Second, the company has separate legal identity. It means company can make contract at its own. Separate legal identity. Third, there is principle of continuity applies. Four, the original owners can still make some control. They are capable of retaining some control over the business. That will be a different case in public limited companies, but yahan pe the original owners can retain some control over the business. The company can still raise finance, although they cannot sell shares in the stock exchange, but they can sell shares to the friend and family. So they are still in a position to raise some finance. The company is still in a position to raise finance by selling shares to friends and family. By selling shares to friends and family. The company has greater status as compared to unincorporated, I mean smaller businesses, sole trader and partnership. Coming to the disadvantages of this. There are lots of legal formalities in establishing of this company. Second, cannot sell its shares in stock exchange. Three, it becomes difficult for shareholders to sell the shares because they cannot be sold in stock exchange. So if their friend and family do not buy the shares, you do not have any options. Accounts needs to be shared to the government. It means whatever the profit you have earned, whatever expenses you have done, you will have to share with the government, and the government will check whether you are paying the right tax or not. So we call it less secrecy in accounts. This is the detail of private limited company, advantages of private limited company and disadvantages.